Hey, I'm JD Hagler with Aux'Arc Climbing. Today we're going to talk about the Convergence pinches from Catalyst Grips, shaped by Joey Jansen. This is something a little bit different for me. I don't normally do a lot of hold reviews, but this is produced by a company that's owned by a guy that started with us in DIY holds. The guy's been with us from almost the very beginning, and I would consider a friend of mine at this point. We've bounced a lot of ideas off each other. He started shaping about the same time I did, and we've kind of gone through those same stages together, throwing ideas back and forth, or try this product, or don't waste money on that silicone, so on and so forth. And that guy's Higdon. I'm sure you've seen him if you've been on the DIY climbing holds group at all on Facebook. He's always happy to throw out some information or advice, or any kind of critique or anything like that. The guy's always on there looking to help out. He's an invaluable resource on that page. These are no longer holds that are cast in a basement. He's kind of transcended us, at this point. None of these are cast from a basement or in a shop or any such thing like that. This is a professional company at this point. He's done the licensing. It's Catalyst Grips. Enterprise has picked up the holes now at this point and is casting for them. So the insurance is behind it. Everything's there. This is the real deal. These are real climbing hold company going to gyms and places across that part of the country on the Pacific Northwest currently. But now that Enterprise is casting for them, I expect to see those holds a lot farther out there. All right, like I said, this isn't just like an Etsy shop anymore. Steven's got the real thing going on, and I'm really excited to see what the future holds for him. These are by Joey Jansen, but he's also got shapes now from Keegan Minock, which I hope to do a review of because I've got those holds, and then he's got some shapes from Louis Anderson that look really good. Really excited about those. So yeah, Steven's killing it. If you haven't checked him out, go check out catalystgrips.com. See what they got going on. The prices are really good because he started in the DIY group. He gets it. He got into it because he's trying to fill his own home wall. He understands the prices. He understands the cost of getting into that kind of thing, and his efforts reflect that. So I think there's like the top 3 companies I send people to provide holds on their wall affordably, and it's Catalyst Grips, Decoy Holds, and Capital Climbing. Method Grips is another good one. There's 3 or 4 of them out there, but man, I love Catalyst Grips, Decoy Holds, and Capital Climbing. Those 3 are just really good stuff, and Steven gets it. He's been there, he's done that, he's got the t-shirt. So let's talk about the Convergence pinches. Now, this is a couple of holds. These are the large pinches. These are a couple of holds from the original 18 that released. For those original 18, the large, medium, and small pinches, you can pick those up for under $200 right now. It'll be over that by the time you factor in shipping, of course. But for under $200, you can pick up 18 holds of these pinches. You can see a little bit of variation in them. Most of the usable surface is going to be the top and the bottom, assuming it's aligned horizontally. There's a little bit of variation as far as the slopiness. So you see like that one's not as, it's pretty decent. It's got a little ridge in the middle. Some of this is not as good, but you do have that slide in cut in the back. This one came off my 36-degree overhang. This one's considerably narrower, although none of them are going to be huge. You got a slight slope down here that gets a little more straight as you get to the end. This one has a slide in cut on this end, but over here it's considerably more slopey. And then others will be more slopey than that. It's about a variation of 5 degrees plus or minus. And that's kind of how they all are. It's just a lot of pinches, various lengths, about 5 degrees either direction. So pretty simple. They are kind of natural looking. They've got some sub ridges that I really like. I don't climb on those. You're always going to have these better surfaces. Now, even though they're a bunch of pinches, you can still be used as edges. I've still Gastoned on these. Compression, Gaston, edges, so on and so forth. They're still good for all of that. And then, who knows what the future may bring as they continue shaping. There are feet for this series now, and there are extra large holds that are just massive. I don't have those. At the moment, I don't need them. The feet, to me, are a little bit redundant. It's great that he has them available. I've got so many feet already that I can cast in this exact color and polyurethane that it doesn't matter to me to buy those feet. I'd rather spend that money on the larger holds, to be honest with you. So I've had these now for a while. I picked them up right around Christmas, in fact, and split them with my brother-in-law on his 20 degree. So the walls I've climbed on these at have been 36-degree overhang, a 20-degree overhang in my vertical. And they're really good for the vertical and the 20. The 36 gets tough. All right, so if you're trying to fill your home wall, For 200 bucks, you can pick up these. I got mosquitoes everywhere. Welcome to Arkansas in the summer, guys. For less than $200, you can pick up these 18 holes. For $350, you can pick up the whole family. And there's a lot of holes, and there's a lot of routes you can put together on a home wall. A lot of variation. It's going to be more than what you need for a space like this. Still not a bad deal to grab, though. Especially if you want to have them cast in, like order these sets in this color and those sets in that color, and then you've got a lot of variation you can pull off with this whole thing. It's really, there's a lot to be had with it. I've climbed a lot of them on the zero, and I think they're really good on the zero. Probably a little bit easy. You start to get some really weird stretches and stuff to try and bring that grade up. It can be done, but on vertical, almost every edge is pretty decent unless you're really just getting spaced out or doing some weird stuff. Getting to the hold is going to be the hard part rather than the hold itself. On a 20 degree, man, they're perfect. I think they sell at 20 degrees. I do like them on the vertical. They're great, but you're not going to get more than V2 probably out of it without getting some weird dynos and things. On for most setters. I'm sure there's some guys out there that can do better than that. But on a 20 degree, they really start to shine. You start putting together V3, V4s pretty easily, and just clamping in there, moving through the phases. My brother-in-law's got a 20 degree, and they're beautiful on that 20 degree. I really like those holds on his 20 degree wall. I think that's where they shine the best. Okay, so 0 to 25, I think, is where they're really good. Once you hit 30 to 36, you're getting pretty stout. All right, you don't buy these for warm-up routes on your 30 degree overhang or 35 degree overhang. They're going to be tough unless you're climbing 6, 7 regularly. They're going to be really stout. If you're just getting into climbing, you're going to want jugs, which he also has on his website. These aren't going to be them for the 36 degree or 35 degree overhang. Okay, I've got a weird degree at 36. Not everybody has that angle, and God forbid a 45. So I think there's the Bolitas in-cut crimps he's got are a little bit better at that angle, but you're going to have some climbers that can crush these on that angle just fine. So depending on where your skill level is, for the majority of the home wall climbers, these are going to be really good on the 20, 25 or less. Okay, and then you can push them up that degree range if you want to, just so people know what they're getting here. Like I said, it's all pretty similar to that. As far as that depth and that slopiness, I really like these. The texture's good. I like the looks of them. I've got them all across my wall, and I really enjoy them. And of course, you're seeing videos, I'm sure, as this thing's going on, of me climbing them, my brother-in-law climbing them. They're really great holds. I'm very happy with them. I haven't had any kind of wear issues with them. I know the polyurethane he's using at this point. Now he's going to Enterprise, so I guarantee you're not going to have the quality issues there. So that's awesome. The shapes themselves are fantastic. It's a good texture. Everything's great for the hand. None of them feel uncomfortable or super weird. It's just a matter of if you can stick it. Like I said, you're not going to use a lot of the subsurfaces very much unless you were to somehow block them. So it's all just going to be those main surfaces as the shaper intended. So great job, Joey, on these. I really like them. Some of my favorite holds I have on my wall. I also have a ton of other sandstone greens that I mix them with that work out really well. So there's a lot I can do with these, and they fit in perfectly. But even getting them on their own, I think they're absolutely worth it. So again, great job, Joey. Great job, Steven, for bringing them to the market. Looking forward to what else you guys got coming along down the pipeline. So I've got the Bolitas in-cut crimps that I want to do at some point. And then my dream is to pick up the sandstone line from Louis. Those are awesome. Louis Anderson looks like he did just a fantastic job on those, as is the norm for Louis Anderson. So thanks again for watching. It's been busy. Haven't got a lot of videos out. I just published a guidebook. I sent it to the printer today, in fact. So now that's kind of gone down the pipeline, I may end up doing a video on that. Not that it has anything to do with DIY climbing, but it's my company and my channel and my book. So what are you gonna do? But I'm really excited about that. But now that that's done, I can start producing videos again. I got some cool stuff coming down the pipeline from Ramp. I still have. There's a lot. There's a lot. I can film something every week for the next 2 or 3 months. It's just a matter of finding time to do it. So we'll see. Thanks for watching. Go take a look at these. The price is great. The quality is great. Take a look at them. See if you need them for your own home wall. And thanks for watching, folks.